Hello, and welcome. With Valentine's Day on the horizon, I wanted to create a luxurious dessert drink that could be shared with a significant other. Since we are all likely having a cozy and intimate Valentine's Day at home, my mind went immediately to hot chocolate. Last year, I was introduced to ruby chocolate, which is a type of chocolate made from ruby cocoa beans that are grown in Brazil, Ecuador, and the Ivory Coast. They are actually pink in color and have an unusually fruity taste. To play up the fruitiness of the ruby chocolate, I am opting for Pisco. Pisco is a Peruvian brandy. It's one of my favorite spirits. It has this really uncanny way of intensifying the flavors of whatever it's combined with. To add even more flavor into this drink, I'm going to infuse the Pisco with some rosebuds as well as some hibiscus flowers. I really liked the combination of rose and hibiscus from the Blizzards and Bikinis mocktail that I made a few weeks ago. I knew the combination would take this spiked hot chocolate up a notch. Of course, for an alcohol-free version, you can skip this step, or you can add 1 ounce of hibiscus tea and a few drops of rosewater. This doesn't need to infuse too long, just a few hours, but you could let it sit overnight. For the hot chocolate base, I'm going to chop up a whole chocolate bar. The smaller the pieces you can chop this into, the better, as it will help the chocolate melt faster into the milk and not stick to the bottom of the pot. This does look like a lot of chocolate, but it is a dessert drink after all, and this recipe will yield 2 cups. After the chocolate has been chopped, I will add 10 ounces of whole milk to my saucepan. Next, I will add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Then I'm going to add about a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm whisking all of this together off the heat to avoid the cornstarch from clumping. Once the milk and cornstarch are homogeneous and there aren't any clumps, I'm going to heat it over low heat. I'm going to let this come to almost a boil to activate the cornstarch. As soon as it begins to simmer, I will add the chopped ruby chocolate and continue to whisk until it is all incorporated. Then I will let it come back up to a simmer. Once it reaches that thickened and luscious consistency, I will turn off the heat and add a half teaspoon of beet powder. This beet powder is made from dehydrated beet juice. It actually has an almost sweet, berry-like taste to it, and not that earthy beet taste. It's going to add a bit of flavor, but mostly I'm adding it for color. After the beet powder, I'm going to add 2 ounces of the rose and hibiscus-infused Pisco. Lastly, I'm adding a couple drops of saline. A little salt is really going to balance out this hot chocolate, and salty sweet things are just the best. After the pisco and saline have been thoroughly incorporated, this ruby and rose hot chocolate is almost ready to serve. Just before adding the hot chocolate to the cups, I'm going to give each a quick spritz of rosewater. Now I will ladle in the hot chocolate with this adorable little ladle. While the color of these hot chocolates are really beautiful, I still want to add a garnish. I'm going to carve this strawberry into a heart shape by cutting a V shape by the hole, then cut it in half to make 2 little strawberry hearts. I think they look really cute with the little skewer through them like tiny arrows. Now this ruby and rose hot chocolate is ready to enjoy. I just love the way that they turned out. The color is just gorgeous, and I think the garnish adds a nice pop of color. This spiked hot chocolate is such a romantic and cozy way to end a meal with your loved one. It's a great accompaniment to dessert too. Feel free to customize however you like. Marshmallows or whipped cream are highly recommended. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are able to enjoy a nice Valentine's Day beverage wherever you are and hopefully with people you love. Cheers and have a wonderful Valentine's Day.